Hi everyone, another life just out of the blue, but I decided that I will be sharing with you some really good information, and I believe someday someone will simply watch it and benefit from that. So if anybody is joining me today live, I'm so excited for you. I'm so glad and thankful that you are watching. If you will be watching recording later, so happy for you too, that you hop on this live, and I hope it will be very beneficial for you. Today I will be sharing about detoxification. This was the topic that I learned as a certified health coach, and yesterday we had a Zoom it was about Wellness Wednesday topic, also about detoxification. And I will be honest with you, I learned a lot. It was still information that I had no idea, and I will partially what I remember and that it was new to me, I will share with you guys. But I wanted to just in this group share what I learned excuse me, in the past, which was not a long time ago, when I was going through IAN and I was learning about healthy living on a different perspective, gut health, hormones health, overall body health. And as a certified health coach, I can tell you I changed a lot. Even though I knew it, I was already doing that stuff. That's why it was just pulling me to learn more. But there was still stuff that I needed to do and get better. So the detoxification that I want to share with you, I have some notes here, so allow me to just go through the notes. So I will keep the topic into some bullet points, and I'm not gonna sidetrack too much, but also I will just put in couple information that I learned yesterday. So number one, often, I'm not gonna lie, I was thinking the same, but often I hear the question, do I need to detoxify? And let me tell you this, around us, surrounding us, simply said, inside of our house, inside in our jobs, in the car, outside, we are touching, you want it or not, we are touching over 80,000 toxins. 80,000 toxins daily, and those are not safe at all. Those are toxins, and you want it or not, you do touch them. Inside of the house, the air is more polluted than outside, and I know you can probably fight with that, but many houses are more polluted inside than the air outside. And I will say, what is it? Because you will be surprised. So when people ask me, do I need to detoxify? I have 80,000 reasons why. Yes, you need to. You need to detoxify your body, and there's 80,000 reasons why. So main, and that will be probably surprising for many, but it was even for me. But I'm completely done with this process. Main reason why we need to detoxify, and main problem that it's causing because of overload of toxins in our body is that toxins make you fat. I will repeat that. Toxins poison your body so much that they make you fat. And that's why we need to detoxify. Yesterday, two doctors, they were sharing, and they mentioned that stuff too, but they were breaking it down to many different reasons that are happening in the body, and that's why we are creating excess weight, excess fat. But it's just to the bottom line, it's all because of the toxins. So how you can detoxify, I'll give you bullet points, and you probably know that stuff. It's nothing new. So number one, of course, your colon. We all go poop. Question is, do you? Because I wasn't And if you struggle with that, that's a big problem. And I wasn't. So you detoxify thanks to liver. That's the main, not the only one, but main organ that is participating in detoxification of your body, and is just doing the whole elimination. Kidneys, obviously, but if you don't know, it's still liver that decides if it goes to colon or if it goes to kidneys. So it's all up to liver, and our toxins supposed to get into liver in order to be eliminated, but they many times they're just not getting even over there. And of course sweat, and so it's skin. You detoxify through skin. And like I today was in a hot yoga room. Guys, when I started my hot yoga, I sweat the same way today, what was a year ago, but the way my skin cleared off of that year is incredible. When it was sweating and detoxifying, I was shocked. I was mad. I wasn't happy because everything was going through my skin. And simply said, my body was with tons of pimples. I didn't like it, but I needed to do it. I needed to go through that stuff. And I didn't even know that I still need it, because I do cleanse my body systematically about 10 years now. So it was 8 years a year ago. So it's 9 years now for me. And I was shocked that it still needed the detoxification. So the one thing that I started 9 years ago, and that I keep doing and continue using and keep living this way, so I'm not putting in more toxins into my body, is a simply said elimination diet. I know there's tons of diets. There are over 100 diets that are registered as diets, but I will be honest with you, and that's proven. That's something that will go through many different I have it in a note somewhere, I will mention that later because I don't remember the word, but the elimination diet, it's a gold standard in order to cleanse your body properly, to detoxify your body properly, and to allow your body to back up into the healthy process that it was created for, the way it was created to work. So the other points about detoxification is also about your mind. So it's like mind and spiritual detoxification and relaxing. So going into mental detoxification. It's important too, guys. I'm just mentioning it like a last point, but I can tell you one thing. It is important. I've done that too. And yes, I am keeping and working on that too. Because we are created to not to worry, not to fear, just simply to love and create a life that will be happy, joyful, and we shouldn't be putting all of those toxins, our thoughts, into our brain. So I was saying about organs for elimination. Once again, it's liver. It's a main eliminator. Honest to goodness, it's just main organ that decides about eliminating. So we supposed to keep the liver healthy. If it's not healthy, it's just not gonna do the do. Liver decides if it goes to colon. So and it's the whole intestinal pretty much life supposed to be held healthy in order to detoxify us properly. Kidneys, that's also one way, and the skin. But also there is one more place that we are detoxifying, and it's like invisible. It's like probably it's measurable, but it's not the process that we can simply work on that easily, and it's on the level of a cell. Every single organ has cells, and they do detoxify. It's a very basic level. It's a very bottom line level for every single organ, And it is also important to think about how is the cell created, what is feeding my cells, how do I supposed to be taking care of myself, self to have healthy cells on every single organ. Case study. So I wanted to use the word case study. There is tons of different case studies talking about, toxins, how they kill us, or liver, how it's important. So the case study about, what was I saying before? Elimination diet. So there's tons of case studies about how elimination diet is the gold standard. But I wanted to give you a couple that I digged into that toxins makes you fat, because there's hundreds of case study that being overweight, it's mainly because of toxins. And you will be surprised, what is that toxin? Because typically people connect it with simply said diet, and yes, it is diet. But the thing is, just imagine you are eating toxins. That's why it makes you fat. So with that, it's simple stuff that many people have every single day. Diet sodas, sugar, snacks, energy products that are all over the place in America on the shelves, like ready-to-eat sandwiches, fast food, pasta, burgers, fries, and to that fries, I just saw someone that is going through I cannot say this word properly, but they just got injected to get the baby, which is, I'm praying for them, thinking about them, and I know it's really hard time of the season for anybody going through that. So they just went through the procedure. And the first thing they did, same day, they went to McDonald's. They went to eat fries. They are toxifying their body and that baby that is going to grow in this and that lady body. And then we think, why I cannot get pregnant, or why I couldn't deliver, or why I'm fat. It is very important to stop putting toxins into your body, guys. What could be a physical problem that you can tell, see, feel that you have overload of toxins? Fatigue, mental fogginess, acne. That's why skin, when it's sweating, is just sending away everything. So acne, face, your back, and the worst on me was my back. I mean, that was bad. But on the other hand, thanks God it was on my back, so nobody could see what's happening, what's going through my skin. But a year ago, when I started my hot yoga, and that is heavy sweating, little exercise, it's just yoga, not a big deal. But it's 105 degree on a 75% of humid. My body was sweating big time, big time. And I loved it. I can tell you, I loved it. It was shocking how much it was sweating and how much it was detoxifying. So energy that is dropping, like you are sluggish on the afternoon, especially those crashes. Obesity, yeah, you can see that, and allergies. So case study, again, there's tons of case studies to talk about the symptoms that are related with overload of toxins, and like even getting the seasonal flus. Guys, I hear often, I'm healthy. I am so glad and happy that my body is healthy and I am not catching any of the flus, any of the stuff. Like, there's not the first season that I'm so healthy and strong and I'm just building my body systematically. And I have in my mind, in my brain, just message, you are healthy, you are strong, your body is just not getting any of that. But it's a symptom of toxic overload when you are catching stuff easily. That's not always a symptom of not having enough, like vitamin D or zinc or C, not being, with a high immune system. That's not always that. but a toxic overload is causing this as well. So like heartburn, it's called GERD. That's a toxic overload of your stomach, and you gotta figure it out what it's causing it and just stop it, because no medications will help you about that. Alcohol, you know, smoking, I don't have to even mention that probably, and there is tons of cases study for that, of course, but it's all heavy toxins. So body detoxification pathways that I was saying, let me tell you a little bit more about that. Liver is detoxifying your body. It's a biochemical process, which is amazing, and it's like the smartest organ, you know, the digestive system that we have. So it requires a lot of stuff from us to get that is healthy in order to work properly and detoxify. And I will give you a couple ideas that are probably not surprising for you, but I don't know if you are working on that to simply use it daily. That's good and healthy stuff for your body, so it will be working properly, which is vitamin B, and that's a whole group, all of it, all of the possible B you can have. C, vitamin C. E, magnesium, that it's typically a huge problem. Plus stuff that is just every single day we eat. So the stuff that we eat, we're supposed to be eating a lot of greens. And I was talking about that, I think 2 days ago. I was doing a live that I was talking about the food pyramid, and the greens are on the bottom. The widest, the biggest part of the food triangle are greens, broccoli, sprouts, I don't know why I have broccoli twice, Brussels sprouts, and that stuff I just simply love. And I can tell you, just have them daily, twice a day if you can. Spinach, kale, just have greens daily, anywhere you can put them. So going to those pathways, liver on this biochemical detoxification process, it has phases. It's not that it's just, you know, one thing and done deal. The detoxification in liver goes into phases. The phase one is just requiring from us taking care of the liver so it has all those good vitamins and good food that it's coming in. But the other phase that is also important for the liver to work properly are stuff like enzymes, like fiber, like micro elements that are allowing this biochemical process to work. And those are typically found in supplementation, but I can tell you that there is some stuff that it's in food, and some people cannot even have it. So it's like taurine, glutamine, glycine, but also for some high quality whey protein that is isolate. For some people is required to help the liver to work. I'm not saying it's the way that every single body will take, because there's a lot of people that wouldn't even try that stuff, but it's for the liver to use that that I would say product, that ingredients in optimal action of this biochemical detoxification. So, but you can find a lot of good stuff that you can use daily as food to help your liver to work, which is turmeric, green tea, and broccoli again. So it goes back to a lot of veggies. So colon, the next like a pathway of elimination of your body is the colon, and it's the whole intestines. Of course, we start with the small, which is not exactly small. It's just thin. It's thin, and the end is just bigger. So that's why it's called bigger and small. But the small is just such a long thing. It's very long, and that pathway eliminates a lot of fat. you'll be probably surprised that when people are overweight and they need to lose fat, it's number one by colon. It's not number one by sweating or heavy exercise or just you're gonna eat less calories and sweat more calories. That's not the way to go. If you wanna eliminate fat off of your body, and that fat is collected and a lot in the body because of toxins, then that's because of your colon, because of you gonna go to the bathroom. And what's good for that? Fiber, drinking a lot of water, which was a heavy problem for me, so I completely understand when someone is going through that stuff, but also implementing into your daily eating spinach, kale, chlorella, spirulina. All that stuff is very helpful for your colon to work properly, because that greens that are the biggest in the pyramid, they are having those phytonutrients, that fiber that is going to help the best. And I'm not even talking adding extra fiber, which now I do because my body just needs, and the best and the more is the better. It regulates many other things. I don't need to regulate any special fat in my body anymore, but I couldn't add fiber when I needed it the most. Also the green tea, matcha, all that stuff, it's very, very helpful for your colon to work properly and eliminate effectively, the toxins and collect the fat that it's needed to be eliminated. Toxins first and then the fat. It's really important. Kidneys. So that is the final path inside of your body. So it's good to have tons of water. Just drink tons of water. And you may think you drink a lot. Trust me, water is not clean either. I will be mentioning about that, but it's sprinkling water, the water that it's stays in a glass for a while, and or even with the magnesium or potassium water, like citrate. So it's going to work with your colon a lot better, and kidneys too, and help you detoxify. And the skin, sweating, guys, sweating. So sauna, it's very slow, but it's very effective of releasing toxins, especially from your fat that was collected in the under the skin. Let me see. Skin brushing, guys. After my hot yoga or hot Pilates, what I do, I have a brush, and I brush my skin in the shower heavily. If I don't use the shower gel, I don't use the shower gel, but I am brushing my skin in order to just get rid of everything what's excessively going out. And if it's sweat, it just has to get out of my skin. Exercise, it's very good. So you can sweat, of course, by just adding exercise to your life. It doesn't have to be hot yoga. I love it for many reasons, not only sweating, but sweating helps with hormones regulations. And that's why I decided to just marry two things, sauna and yoga. Those two things, when they are marrying, they are very much helpful for hormones health. So why toxins makes you fat? I got that question often too. And it's tons of a lot of stuff. This is what I said about houses, that we have inside air in our house more toxic than anything that is on the outside. Why? Because we are using aromatic sprayers in the house for whatever. People have those plugins to the wall. People they use them, any different sprays to clean the house, and they are with aroma. So they have some kind of flavor, or not a flavor, aroma added to them, and that stuff is not healthy at all. So typically perfumes and colors are heavy toxins on our body, and we just get it in absorb it very easily. We have tons of like mercury or other heavy metals in our body because of not only perfumes or, you know, the powder that we use for washing our clothes or washing dishes or dishwasher machine, but also that the heavy problem is that we are drinking water from plastic water bottles. And I'm not talking about the water bottles that are for sure certified BPA free. There are, you know, like glass water bottles or stainless steel water bottles, not those, but the squeaky, squeezy, you know, light plastic water bottles, that is huge and heavy. And yesterday, these two doctors, when we had that Zoom, they were very heavily explaining a toxic load that comes through water into our body that messes up the hormones big time, messes up our body, and you might be drinking a lot of water, but you're getting fat. Can you connect that anyhow? Because you are not drinking good water. You're drinking a lot of toxins and you are drinking from plastic water bottles. Or what I learned yesterday, and that will be surprising for many, I trust that person that was doing this Zoom yesterday, 1,000,000%, and I'm not gonna research that. But if you don't trust me and you're gonna hear what I'm gonna just say, you can research it on yourself. So those cute and amazing Stanley cups that everybody's going and shopping and drinking from, that cup is built with lead in the construction of the bottle. Lead is a heavy metal that is heavy toxicity on our body. And if you're drinking from a Stanley cup, just throw it away. Unless you don't trust me, research and make sure that you are not drinking from any plastic cups or any bottles that are without any kind of toxic ingredient, whatever that is, that build on toxic ingredients. But food, toxicity comes from food, and food that we are having daily, and maybe not everybody, but we are just using daily, not knowing, like those French fries that they went to McDonald's to eat, they ate tons of toxins and they want to have a baby, which makes me really, really sad that we're just people and we're not thinking. Sugar, high fructose corn syrup, artificial sweeteners and colors. Guys, artificial sweeteners and colors. You will find many products saying natural sweeteners or natural colors, not, but natural sweeteners, but colors too, because I saw some products with like beetroot color, and that's a natural color. So it's all fine to read on natural colors or sweeteners, but not artificial. Away from that, it's just a toxin. Trans fat, of course, refined grains, any kind of refined, just go away from it. When you see that word on an oil, grain, or I don't know, any kind of food, just go away. And BHA. So that is a lot of food that has that preservative in it, and it's supposed to have a stamp, BHA free. It's really important. Toxic food is something like MSG as well. So like meat, just make sure there's a stamp, no MSG. Or BPA, cans have the BPA free stamp. And you will be surprised. These two that I will just mention in a second, it's excessive toxicity, creates excessive toxicity in our body. It's a caffeine and alcohol. And I'm not saying just one glass of coffee, because I don't drink coffee, so I don't have no idea how much will be a toxic. To me, probably one will be toxic to me, but excessive amount on coffee. And I know people driving in the morning for coffee, before they get to the work, they have already another cup. In the middle of the job, during the day they have coffee, going back home they grab coffee, and in a house, or before they got in a house, they have another cup of coffee. So like 6, it's excessive. And if it will be just only black coffee, good, organic, done by you, not shopped in a store, that's a different thing. So like the doctor was saying a couple of days ago, or maybe weeks, I'm sorry, nothing from a window, nothing from a box, and nothing from, I don't remember what the third was, but she was saying 3 reasons from a window, box, or a third place I don't buy food from. And that's a very good rule of thumb. And of course, pesticides. So, do you know the list, Dirty Dozen? That's a heavy, toxic list of the food that we are typically buying, and that list changes. But when you can get on the, what's this website? I knew it, but I don't. EWG website. When you go on the website, you will have a report every single year, a fresh new report about what's the Dirty Dozen for the year. And just, it's a heavy in pesticides. Go organic on these foods, period. So there's one thing that I was learning yesterday about how the house has tons of toxins in them. So it's a toxin in a kitchen, not because of the water that we are using, but also, you know, the way we filter that water. Sometimes it's carbonated filtering, and it's not exactly the clearest system. No, excuse me, Arbonne is the system that clears water. I messed it up. But water, we need to create something that will, in our kitchen, detoxify the water we are using. So it could be like a carbon filters, could be the osmosis system, or distilled water that has no electrolytes, but maybe good in removing really heavy metals, and electrolytes water that it's removes a lot of heavy metals from. Detoxifying your kitchen, it's also the way we cook. So like microwave, you know, plastic, keeping stuff in the plastic boxes. I'm switching to glass, and it took me a while. So I understand we all have that, but let's switch. There are Ziplocs, there are paper Ziplocs, and they are just not, you know, not the plastic is not touching your food, and you don't store your food in the plastic cups or boxes or Ziplocs. So that is very important. Microwave, I already said that. The stuff that is certified BPA free. So like you buy the cat food, the canned foods, and I do that. Yeah, I do too. And the plastic water bottles, if they have a BPA certification, you're fine. But make sure that you are avoiding any kind of plastic without that. And, you know, dishwasher or dishes that you do in a sink, dishwasher machine, all that stuff is heavy toxins. I can tell you that I found one green dishwashing squares, and I was surprised that they are cheaper than any other that is in a store. And I mean by piece. And I'm buying right away when I'm in the store. I'm buying 2 boxes. I put them, you know, under the sink, and they run typically like any other. But the thing is that they are green and they are cheaper. They don't have any toxins in them. So all the air fresheners, the candles, guys, my daughter realized how candles are toxic. We stopped the candles, done deal. But we've done it. We were using it. And one day on a Halloween, I realized how the candle in a pumpkin that was sitting, how much that pumpkin was black inside, dark inside, like it was all that comes from this candle. And if the candle lights in our house, we breathe in that stuff. Dry cleaning stuff. So look for the solutions that are not toxic. You know, the carpets, when you have carpets in the house, it collects a lot of dust, a lot of stuff, a lot of toxins, and we or just smell it and take it in. So air purity stuff is not easy to find that it's clean. Just simply open the window on one end of your house and open the window on the other end of the house, and the air on the outside is more clean. Allow it to circulate for 1 hour a day. And I do it when I go for a walk with my dogs. I just open the windows and I go. I come back, I shut this down, and then I start the heater if I need to. But the thing is that you allow the circulation of the air in the house, and you will be better than any kind of air purifier that you will put into your, well, those are toxic. Cosmetics have tons of toxins, sunscreens, bathroom stuff that we are using, heavy toxins in those products. I had stories with, cosmetics or bathroom stuff that people are using big time, like how our skin is absorbing all that stuff, and that gets to liver, if it gets to the liver, but it gets to the liver, but our skin is just reacting on every single thing that is, we can even breathe in the toxins and skin will react. So symptoms from being detoxified, and I already was saying some, but let me read. It's another case study, and that it's a longer list. So fatigue, depression, brain fog, balance problems. So I go for yoga, and I am always surprised how better I am getting about my balance. Poor memory, headaches. How many of you have headaches? I don't remember when that I had, and I'm knocking on the wood that I'm not getting any headaches because I don't have that problem. But allergies, asthma, hive, eczema, all that stuff on the skin. Insulin resistance, and being a diabetic is also because of toxins. And you know which one. You exactly know which one. That's the coffee that you buy. That's the sugar that you have. That's refined that we eat. Obesity comes from toxicity because the toxins will be stored in your body in the fat cells. That's the place the body will be saving you. Honest to goodness, it's saving you from those toxins to kill you. So it just creates fat cells in order to save your life. When you are very sensitive to anything, it means you might have a heavy toxics overload, and you just sensitive for like any perfumes, or you're getting headache very easily from any smell, and that's probably just toxic overload. So autoimmune stuff comes from the, toxicity as well, and fertility. I just mentioned about one of my friends that I'm praying for them, but they are just not connecting the dots, and that really makes me sad, because infertility comes from toxicity on one body or the other or both, and we need to eat clean. We need to, honest to goodness, take care of ourselves and eliminate all the possible toxins in our body in order to, build a healthy house for this baby to grow in. And they went for McDonald's French fries. Just makes me sad. Chronic infections. So when you are getting like this infections, the question is, how much toxins do you have in your body, and what are those toxins? How you can reduce the toxic overload? Just improve your bowel movement. So like the way our intestines work, and the liver sends it to the kidneys and to the intestines, just improve that. You will have 1 to 3 bowel movements a day, and a minimum is 1. I didn't. I have now. I'm so happy and proud. But when you have that elimination going, then you are eliminating whatever is in your body. And same, like optimize the liver, kidneys work. It's the sweat, just sweat, because your skin will be detoxifying. And that's just from the inside out. So we are talking about like what is the reducing, but you will be reducing when you will be stop putting them in. You will be simply reducing by not, eating toxins, by not adding more into your body. Just stop using harmful chemicals in your house that are for the household or your body on its own. Just clean up your way you eating, and clean up the way you drinking, and clean up, you know, how you store your food, and clean up, you know, the way you take care of your house. It's a lot, I know, because I'm doing it, and I'm going through the same process for many years. Like even using, you know, the cotton balls for drying machine. I don't remember how many years we are using those cotton balls. I am replacing them because they break. They are not forever, but we don't use those sheets anymore. And yeah, they smelly, toxin. Yeah, my clothing was smelly, but those are all the toxins. And then I get in just dressing up, or touch my skin with all the toxins. So I don't care my clothing. It's a little bit electromagnetic when I take it off from the dryer. I don't care about that. I just, you know, I fold it and put it into the closet, but I don't have toxic into my skin or into my clothing anymore. It's very harmful. It's very harmful. So detoxify all you can. Detoxify. For helping you detoxify, like your body, like how do I learn to drink more water? How do I get my body to, you know, eliminate better? Like the colon will be working better. Mine wasn't, so I've done it. You know, you can go on a 30 days plan. You can just use like a 7-day thing. You can have big steps, like I call it cold turkey. You can have some small steps that you will do just one thing and then decide, okay, I'm getting better, it looks good, I can add in one more thing and just get better. And you know, with the smaller steps or just cold turkey steps, you can get your body to removing toxins better. That's one, but also stop putting them in. That's the second thing. So I teach people with elimination diet, the plan that will eliminate everything that is the toxic overload that we eat. And it's our choice, guys. It's your decision. Do you have to drink so much coffee, or do you have to drink alcohol? Do you have to eat this and that? No, it's a decision. You just switch and you make a different decision. So there's a lot of food that are heavy allergens or heavy toxicity, and let me just tell you a couple of those that are 1,000,000% eliminated when I help people to eat healthy, which is wheat. And I would say everything that has gluten, that's one. Dairy, corn, pork, guys, out. Soy, peanuts, refined sugar, anything refined, as I said. But there are some people that elimination diet is not enough, and they need to eliminate even eggs, or some seafood, or sometimes even more meat than just pork. And that is like, we can learn that when we go through the process, because we are just learning our body. When it's cleaner and cleaner and works better, it gives her more information. The next time we just react on, like, let's say eggs, we just react on them and we realize, oh my gosh, I was eating them the whole life. Now I know my body works better, works properly, and I cannot have an egg. That's heavy, but sometimes it's supposed to be eliminated. So elimination diet is very gentle. It gives you tons of options. What will be instead of this? What do I have instead of dairy, instead of gluten, instead of coffee or sugar? You know, it's just the heavy thing, coffee, that it keeps us heavy, toxic. But also when we remove that stuff, like soy, corn, peanuts, the changes that we put into our eating style, because I don't like to call it diet, like eating style, is just helps us 100% get better on food choices, and then we can pick some other more detoxification processes that are just easier, because they are easier when you are looking better, you know, getting healthier, have more energy, no more symptoms that I was talking about, and you feel it works, you just want to work more. And the only one thing I typically say, because liver has those phases to eliminate, and it needs the time for every single phase to really kick in and work, I can tell you one thing: I'm close to 50. But if I decide today that I'm going on elimination or detoxification process, which I am past 9 years, you know, you cannot fix the 50 years, maybe 30 years within the 30 days. That's just undoable. And then after 30 days, you go back, which you've been doing. When you are going on a detox of your house, of your body, of your water, of everything, that's the learning of this lifestyle. You're learning something that was bad. I'm learning new. And it's a process. It's just not going to happen in 30 days. It's just going to take more weeks, more months, years, but you are getting better, healthier. You have the energy. You want to take care better of yourself and the household, because you're not alone. You live with someone for sure. So let me see if if I shared everything that I wanted to share. Increase water, of course, consumption with the elimination diet, big time. Increasing fiber slowly, because everybody is different, and I was using it slowly. Now I can get more better. You know, sauna and exercise and all that stuff, you can add that later. It's nothing that you gotta put everything that I was talking about on one day, on a switch, on a click like this, because it's just not gonna happen. And during like a first 30 days, you will learn a lot, you will know a lot, you will realize a lot, you will see how your food was working on your body, what symptoms are going away. Somehow they are going away. You will be, within 1 week, you will be able to get better and realize, oh my gosh, now I know what's happening. And the second week is just getting easier. And you get the support, you get tons of ideas what to eat. Like I give, because we have recipes for all the people that are going through elimination process and detoxification of your body. And if you are 30 days, or if you are with me for 30 years, you will all have that information all the time with you. So if there is any questions, if what I was just sharing and you wanna just chat with me, you can always message me completely privately. You can comment in here under this live. This will be saved. I'm just checking if I want to share anything more. This will be saved. Yeah, I have more case study after elimination diet, like you know, obesity, asthma, eczema, you know, mental fatigue, or even forgiveness. You know, that we don't remember stuff like that. It's just going away. People are getting better, and it's pretty quick. But it's all connected with a lot of that we don't put into our body, number one. So in a summary, we work on a colon, on liver, on kidneys, on skin, and cleansing also future, you know, of our household and everything we have surrounding us. Plus mind. I can tell you one thing. When I got into detoxification of my mind, spirit, and getting on a different thinking, like growing myself, that got me deeper into what I want to have as my body, as my own vehicle that drives me through my life. And I wanted to be healthy and strong and really carry me through my life the longest the possible way it can. So this life will be saved. Take a look into the Zooms that are happening in this group, you know, at least once a week. I know next week we have stuff that is related with the gut health, so I invite you to connect. I don't always have the recordings for them. That's the key, that just to be, even though they record, I cannot always get those recordings. And that's why it's really important to just put them on a calendar, plug in yourself for the 30-45 minutes and listen, take notes, and then we can talk. So thank you so much for watching me today. Thank you so much for watching this live later on. And I will probably hop on tomorrow with another topic, unless something will just, stop me and I will be busy with something else. But I promise myself that I will be hopping here a lot more often, hopefully daily, except the weekends. I relax on the weekends too. But on a weekly basis, I would love to share with you what I know and what I'm simply holding to myself, and I'm done holding. I need to share that stuff with the world. So if you know someone that would love to hear this, or need to hear this, or should hear this, you can invite them to the group and let them know, just listen to this live, and they will learn. I learned yesterday a lot, even though I know and I do still a lot. I still learned some stuff that was very beneficial for me. So see you next time. Bye.